if you found this video, then as always, perhaps you were meant to. You felt it today, didn't you? The shift, the change in the air. Maybe you were trying to work on yourself. Maybe you were just trying to keep your head above water, struggling to survive. But amidst those experiences, you were forming something, weren't you? A chrysalis, a preparation for a metamorphosis, change. And change has been the topic of many of these transmissions. And that's because this overarching theme is change. Innately, adaptively, change. I've mentioned this place as a prison, and that is something you've also felt. Like this world just doesn't work anymore. You've outgrown it. Like an ill-fitting pair of shoes you're being forced to wear. Almost feels like you're a little off-kilter. Maybe a little lightheaded here and there. Like you're a little tipsy sometimes. And with these physiological experiences, you're also experiencing a change of perspective. Maybe your emotions flow like water, where once they were molasses. The joys flow in ecstatic extremes, and the lows flow with sadness and defeat. And this prison you find yourself in, it is a complex machine, for a lack of a better descriptor. It has gone by many names. The Hylic Realm, a cosmic prison, the Karmic Trap. Once again, names are arbitrary. You know the concept I'm talking about. You may have felt it since you were very young. Maybe you have little feelings here and there. Maybe only recently have you started to feel it as this veil thins. And this time of change can be likened to the calcination process in alchemy, where the concept of the old is dissolving before being turned into something brand new. And this prison, this parasitic thing we find ourselves in, it senses the change, that we're more malleable, that our vibrations shift much more easily, that we're awakening to who we can truly be. Have you noticed that the world has gotten more noisy? Every day another tragedy, every day another war, another conflict, another scandal. And if you have the wherewithal to unplug from all these things, maybe your personal life has felt somewhat off-kilter. Maybe partners have lashed out at you. Maybe family just seems to be in a foul mood. No matter how you cut it, it feels like you're running a gauntlet, and it's getting more and more intense. I'm gonna tell you now, that's the system responding to you. All of you. It's reacting because it's scared. The one purpose it was designed for is failing because it can't keep up. And I do believe you must be struggling right now. Perhaps you're angry, frustrated, exhausted. Perhaps you're feeling very much like Sisyphus, who was forced to roll a massive boulder up a steep hill, never once having a moment to rest, catch his breath, or the boulder would come crashing down. The higher you vibrate, the more you shift your consciousness towards this change, the more you are subjected to the realities of this place. Realities that we had, for a long time, gotten very used to. We would just say, it is what it is. I urge you to remember that these may be the realities of this place, but there is an actuality waiting for you. And I'm not going to do you the disservice of being dishonest. It's going to get a lot harder before it gets better. We are experiencing the last breaths of this great machine, created long ago to keep us in line and trap more of us that came, out of curiosity, out of a desire to try to help others. The reasons don't much matter. All that matters is we fell into the trap, and now we're here. But the creator of the machine did not prepare for what's happening now. This machine was not ready for this. In a way, I'm just a mirror. I'm a variant of you speaking to you. These are things you've thought, right? I don't ask that you believe me. I ask that you turn to that voice inside and see if you believe it. And no prison is without these prison guards who serve the machine and utilize these parasitic entities, below them, to do their work. Legions. These legions of low vibrational entities aren't innately evil, mind you. Opportunistic? Yes. Parasitic? Absolutely. But the ones I refer to as the Dark Ones are a very specific group. And I wish I could say to you that they're all these dark beings incarnated into human bodies, much like us, the volunteers, are incarnated into human bodies. The Dark Ones are just the ones pulling the strings behind the scenes. They're the ones organizing these operations to cover up the existence of the ones who are here to help. Because humanity, in the end, are the ones that define what reality is. If you can convince enough of them that the lights aren't there, then the lights can't reach them. They're the ones organizing the world's chaos. But they're not alone. I've been asked if all politicians, musicians, tech moguls are Dark Ones incarnated. The answer is no. And that's where it gets so much more disappointing. They are humans. Humans who have sold out the rest of their kind in service to the Dark Ones and all that comes with it. And for a long time, they kept humanity in the dark, kept distracting them. The bait and switch, circuses and bread. But the circus's tents have all fallen down now, and the distraction is failing. We're all looking in the same direction now. We don't have to agree on the details. We just have to agree that we all want the same thing, and that's to be free. And freedom lies on the other side of unity. The truth is, though, whilst things will work out for those who can free their minds, many are addicted to the machine. They're addicted to the conflict. Many don't know how to live without it. So I say, don't hate them. Don't be angry at them. Don't even be frustrated. A great injustice has befallen them. If anything, use that resolve to galvanize you further towards freeing your mind and breaking the prison. I said that it is getting harder now. Expect more pushback, but hold your ground. Stay firm in your sense of self and resolve. Value your mind and the independence of that mind. No matter what bad comes, no matter what dark edicts they push upon us, don't acquiesce. We can feel the change close, some big event, but our unity will make us strong. And even in our smallest numbers, we are mighty. And the ones that run this show, they're scared. That's the other thing you can feel, isn't it? Like they're cowering and digging their burrows. In these recent principles, I showed you the steps to get outside that vessel and look around, to realize your power, your freedom. So until the next principle, I have a little bit of homework. When you next get outside the vessel, go to the moon, put your hands to the surface, and tell me what you hear, what you feel. We've been living a lie for so long that the concept of truth has become terrifying, a symptom of the disease. But we're building a natural immunity now. We're not buying what they're selling anymore, and they can feel it. That isn't what necessarily scares them. What scares them is that we can feel it too.